Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with the Nostalgia Critic. Tonight, well, hope you're ready, because let's go to the Mushroom Kingdom with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yep, we're finally tackling this beast. Been a while since it's been out, so why not? I was actually planning on checking out that double review, but I figured I'd do with this. No. Anywho, get this movie rolling and see if it's serviceable, or probably find a better movie in another castle. Shall we? Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoyed. Let's go.
This episode brought to you by Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat
I'll
meal.
skip ahead after that one. Oh. Did not miss Factor.
Why are Hollywood movies not making money?
Is it possible people just don't like going to the theaters anymore?
Is there any hope for cinema? Will anybody go to theaters when you can just stream at home?
Big budget movies are failing because there's no good films anymore.
The problem is, Hollywood doesn't want to make good movies, so why would people want to leave their homes?
Because they don't want to watch the animated stuff, probably.
Well, of course those two movies bombed.
They're cartoons.
Mamma mia!
Why? I think it depends on the film. At least that's how I see it. But, just be honest, it's safe. Oh! Go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia
Critic.
guy.
Yeah, I
Remember,
know,
so
I
you
heard
don't
about
have
the
to.
SpongeBob
With
stuff.
the curse of video game movies being plagued for so long, one does have to ask the question,
No kidding.
was this really so hard?
To be fair, we do have the Sonic movie. I'm just gonna cover that soon.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie more than replaced its predecessor that came
Amen.
out 30 years earlier, and is the latest hit that's asking the question, you know, if you make it like what people enjoyed originally, does a sequel or adaptation have to suck? Though many were concerned with the bizarre casting choices and often juvenile studio making it, the fact is Super Mario Bros. Is a movie that really only Illumination could make. Most of the other studios would try too hard to make it a self-sufficient, multi-layered, important movie, and that's not really what most people wanted. We wanted Mario Brothers, bright, silly, simple. It's not a movie that tried too hard, it's a movie that tried hard enough. Nobody really
Well,
wants a
basically,
complex
did
plot
the
when
bare
it comes
minimum,
to
I
these
guess.
characters in this world, but they want something that
right.
still represents what we like about these characters and this world. And you can
Right.
feel the love for all of that in this flick. It famously didn't get much praise from critics, but it's hard to say it really got
have you seen the
trashed.
audience scores?
It still technically has the majority of critics liking it, but it's just not the overwhelming majority. It's not that surprising. I mean, if you're an adult who didn't grow up with Mario Brothers, I don't know how entertaining this very clear Nintendo commercial is gonna be. But there's been other clear commercials out there we've gotten into and found a lot of charm in. With that said, is it perfect? That's a Take On Me song reference of no. It still has problems like most Illumination films do, but I think fans agree
That's
when they
anything
think
less?
of what a Super Mario Brothers movie would be like. This is about as close as it gets. So
Also,
what are the
does it look like
strengths,
Nintendo
weaknesses,
Land?
and earworms we're
Parks?
still trying to decide if we're sick of or not. Well, let's take a closer look.
No.
This is Never Going Back, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when you compare that to like the earlier one, I think with this movie, you can definitely feel like, hey, they already made another one? Nah. Nah, couldn't be. I feel like that's be one of those films, right? It's serviceable, and it's still, you know, I think that's what their idea was, to make us forget the trash fire that was their first one, the live action one. At least that's how I see it, but, So, does it hold up? Let's find out. Let's begin this journey into the Super Mario Bros. Movie, the new one. Ooh,
Yeah,
nice
this
cast.
movie's already trying to show up Disney saying, hey, we can dick up our castles as much as you can.
Ooh, Bowser. Oh, I think I remember someone saying this was Darth
One of the
Vader
most
for some
enjoyable
reason.
elements for any fan is how well the music incorporates the Nintendo themes. Brian Tyler is a crazily underappreciated
Those on the
composer,
two.
and he did a damn good job working in Koji Kondo's music while still keeping it cinematic.
Does this thing work?
Also a big thank you for not having Jack Black sing Bowser's theme.
Speaking of Jack Black, what does he think of the Bowser performance?
Open the gates!
On that note, as I know a lot of people have said, Jack Black is probably the best casting choice in the movie.
Do you yield?
I do not.
He steals a star from this kingdom of penguins and has both the threatening base
He's
yet
like,
comedic
really?
bounciness a villain like this needs.
I finally found it. And now no one can stop me!
Nobody except a callback to an 80s show with Bad King that technically should have keyed Luigi out too. Kevin missed opportunity.
Oops.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame.
Well, it's no
Close.
different.
Forget the expensive plumbing companies where you're just a face.
They kind of cleverly show why the Charles Martinet Mario voice wouldn't have worked for the
Chris
entire
Pratt,
movie
yeah.
while also giving a loving nod.
What about the accent? Is it too much? Too much? It's a perfect.
Mario this time is voiced by Chris Pratt, which, like I said, had a lot of controversy behind it. He's
Kidding.
fine. Before Mario 64, I always saw Mario as having more of a deep, raspy Brooklyn voice, kind of like what Bob
Yeah,
Hoskins or the
the movie?
cartoon had.
The only thing miraculous I know is that we're still eating.
Now we're gonna clog you out of the Mushroom Kingdom.
But Pratt isn't distracting as the voice, he's just serviceable. It's not the voice I think of when I
That's
see the
fair.
character, but I'm also not thinking of him in the recording studio saying these lines either. It's an okay in between.
I'm so.
I mean, fair. I mean, to be fair, when we think Mario, we think, Mamma Mia, let's go. The voice that we saw with Jumpman earlier. The one, Yahoo! It's perfect. That, which, fair, but I don't know if we could handle, like, Chris Pratt doing an Italian thing. Like, yeah, maybe not the best idea. I'm not even gonna think of it. Let's move on.
Glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
That is not a commercial. That is cinema.
Not true. Critics also reviewed that commercial and disliked it just as much.
Our mom called and she said, "Oh, boys, that's the best commercial I've ever seen."
Charlie Day plays his brother, Luigi. He's
Charlie Day?
fine.
Yeah, no,
I actually
that's
thought he would be the
serviceable
best thing in this movie, as I'm a big fan of his stuff. But like Pratt, he doesn't really add much, but he doesn't take away much either. Which is good, as
be
your
fair,
eye's
we
gonna
know about this,
constantly be darting for all the Nintendo Easter eggs in this. Yeah, they are everywhere. And you
I
know,
know,
it
it
seems
did say
like
Punch-Out
every
earlier, too.
franchise movie is doing this, but let's just say it. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
Is
There's
right,
references
wrong.
that feel distracting and desperate.
So?
Like, it's a cheap way to show they understand the property when really all they're doing is acknowledging they know it exists. But something like the DuckTales reboot, the Spider-Verse films, and yes, this, shows there's
Really?
a cleverness, excitement, and even love for building this world. It's cool knowing
What?
Mayor Pauline is in this universe.
Pauline, hey.
Apparently Little Mac opened a restaurant.
Punch-Out, nice.
Jumpman is this world's version of Mario, which was another name for him. They're both
true.
in-jokes and world-building tools that make me want to know more about this environment rather than distract from it. Even the side-scrolling shtick I thought was a little
Woohoo!
lame the first time I saw it, but I kind of like the
Yeah, and-
comparison that
hold up.
running through a
DK?
battlefield is pretty similar to just getting through New York. The more I let it sit, the
Imagine.
more it kind of grew on me.
Hello, Super Mario Brothers.
It's Uncle Frank! He says he can play your
DeVito?
part if you ever get canceled for some dumb reason! Yeah, just because Pratt is passable doesn't mean I can't fantasize about better choices.
I kind of wondered what happened when
Eventually,
DeVito got it.
Resident, but the secret life of Cujo causes trouble because they destroyed his toy.
Yikes! Hey, calm down, buddy. Okay, really? Hey,
So this is another example of the movie working just well enough. If this was only them fixing this leak and water going everywhere, it wouldn't be funny. But the addition of this incredibly expressive dog obsessing over their demise adds the right amount to make it pretty humorous. It's not
Well, well,
hilarious,
go.
but it is funny. It works.
Found the problem.
The job
your dog.
obviously doesn't go well, and we see them go home to their family ashamed.
What were you thinking with that commercial?
They gave an Oscar for worst actors. What'd I do?
And let me get this straight. Mario is seen as an Italian stereotype, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody had a problem with animated Moonstruck here?
so
Oops.
I'll talk about that later.
Well, it's better than the original script. Literally, it was just an entire page of everybody going, hey!
Sorry. But yeah, honestly, if you look at them, you can actually see some of the Game & Watch days of, like, Mario. Remember, between Jumpman and I think the original Super Mario Bros., wasn't there a lot of, like, Game & Watch games he was part of? Or supposed? I don't know. Or maybe I'm thinking something different. But I swear, when I saw those characters, it was like, wait a minute. Are they referencing the Game & Watch games? Something? Remember that was that, but I don't know. Anyway, moving along.
Charles Martinet also voices Mario's father, which is again not only a nice in-joke, but allows people who think he only does Mario's voice to see he can play different roles.
You don't leave a steady job for some crazy dream, and the worst part, you're bringing your brother down with you.
Nah, he's just upset
And
because
normally
he
it
never
was
became the
Luigi.
golf star he always wanted to be. Seriously, you have to stand far back to even notice that one.
Again, I missed it. Icarus.
Hey.
Don't you think it's a little weird you're playing, you know? Nah, you want real confusing? Sonic is playing TurboGrafx 16 next door. Wait, what? But it looks like there's some bad news on the news.
A water main burst underground today, flooding downtown Brooklyn.
Scapelli.
Somebody save Brooklyn! Luigi, this is our chance!
Okay, so this is a crazy nitpick, but Mario's human hands without his gloves kinda looks like ugly Sonic's human teeth. I didn't know I'd
You never really seem to get the hands right.
Mario tells Luigi they should fix the epic leak, so they head into the sewers.
You gotta get to that pressure valve!
I don't know, Mario. This feels very teleporty to me. I'm getting the Warriors of Virtue or something worse vibe down here.
Probably.
Luigi continues to feed his green fetish, getting sucked into a mysterious green
Luigi?
pipe and taking Mario
What?
with him, separating them along the way.
No!
I'm taking you to see the princess. She can help you.
Keegan-Michael Key plays Toad. He's
Again,
not
serviceable.
this.
Here we go!
There?
The Mushroom Kingdom!
Mushrooms, really? Now that is a cruel twist of fate.
Not since Popeye hating spinach have I wanted a bigger reaction but didn't care. I don't know if liking green eggs and ham can be an arc. Why not mushrooms?
I need to see the princess.
I never heard of any princess.
Oh, wait, I did. Our
Princess?
princess, though, is in another castle.
The thing! He said the thing! Yeah,
What did he say?
not all
Abra
Sonics are
Sisto?
good.
I think I missed something.
Turns this into a Zelda game for a moment,
Much?
and we're introduced to Princess Peach, played by Anya
Hi,
Taylor-Joy.
Peach.
She's
Meh.
fine.
A
She's
lot of
about
fine
as
action,
just
okay.
interesting enough as the rest of the cast.
I'm going to convince the Great Kong Army to help us.
I will admit, I was a touch
on
concerned
the-
the plot was about saving Luigi instead of her, as, yes, it is
we
a
have
pain
seen
she always
weirder
has to be
games,
rescued, but then
and,
again,
well-
that is the trope, save the princess. It's like one of the oldest tropes there is. But first off, there are several versions of Mario that play with that trope. My favorite being in the old Nintendo Power comics where she's kidnapped, breaks herself out while Mario breaks himself in, he gets kidnapped, she has to save him,
Whoops.
and then they both get kidnapped and they have to figure out a way to save each other. That's a fun spin on the idea, and I like how
never
if
got
you
that
really
game.
think about it, she's basically training him how to rescue her later. Okay, that's nothing brilliant, but it's creative enough.
True.
Second,
Again, a little flip of the scroll, which, considering this is supposed to be like Mario's first adventure, makes sense, since, you know, he wouldn't be able to how to jump and do all the things we know he could do, right? So in a way, it makes sense that Peach should be the one to train him that he uses later to save her. It's actually pretty interesting when you look back at it, huh? Honestly, I think the idea of her actually leading, that is something you rarely see. Like, all the time it's just, help me, Mario, that kind of deal, but here, definitely a lot more independence, you know? Like, she's portrayed strongly here, too, so, I mean, we know she gets kidnapped, because, again, Peach always gets kidnapped. I get it, but you seem to say the least, you know? Anyway.
Mario and Luigi grew up with each other. They already have a connection. There's already an incentive for Mario to save him. It's clear
Peach,
they
not so
want
much.
a romantic relationship.
Yeah, you
between
gotta build up
Mario
a
and
Peach
Peach,
relationship
and you can't
and
build
get
that
Luigi
if
back.
they don't spend time together. Plus, with Luigi's newer personality being a scaredy cat, I think this works okay.
Their mad king doesn't make alliances. The Kongs will never agree.
Anyone who doesn't laugh at how seriously that line is delivered does not get why this film is supposed to be funny.
Fair.
Mario tells Peach about his missing brother, and because she hasn't seen a human in years, she takes pity on him and invites him to help out.
How am I supposed to do that?
With the power-ups. They give us special abilities.
Yeah, I love they don't even try to explain the logic of power-ups or the lore or the backstory or stick
just
Mario
say
in a
they're
car
there.
for an hour. Everyone knows it's a video game movie. Just be a video game movie. With that said, 2023, stop trying to ruin I Need a Hero for me.
Yeah, you got any other music?
Nobody's gonna top Shrek 2. They own it. Stop trying to top Shrek 2.
Guys.
He does
other
well
music?
enough, and they decide
Ow.
to journey to the Kongs to see if they'll join their battle against Bowser. You know, why do the rulers in this world put their faces on everything? You know this is a Mario movie, right? I'm Nintendo's Mickey Mouse. I'm the
be
cash
nice.
cow.
You see,
Will protect you.
A toad brave enough to join me.
Wow, how has this world not gotten taken over yet?
Yeah, no
For
kidding.
that matter, I just realized his name is Toad, and yet they're all called Toads?
Just don't hurt my toads!
Is that like when you meet a guy named Guy? You know it's stupid to think about, but it's all
Free
you
guy?
can think about.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, in a way, it makes sense, but, yeah, I mean, thinking like that, it's like, how do you differentiate the different toads? Like, I know they got the, like, different colors, but still, how? Even I would have trouble figuring out, okay, who are you? Seriously. I mean, I know later games give them, like, each name, Buckenberry, Alan Gold, all that, you know? But still, how do you differentiate them? Well, anyway, back to it. Let's get past commercials and Twitch.
We see
Go.
Luigi as Bowser's prisoner just
But,
as he's announcing his evil
gas
plan.
mask.
I will ask their princess to marry me in a fairy tale wedding!
What?
I don't know why any of us never put together he was gonna be a simp for Peach in this. I mean, it's in like every version. But something
Pretty
about
much.
seeing it as the focus of a
But we
movie
still get
just
that
makes
good
it so much
song.
funnier.
Doesn't she hate you?
Of course she hates me. But that makes me love her all the more.
Maybe because there's a
Yep.
threatening voice to go with it,
Yep.
maybe because he's surrounded by threatening imagery, maybe because we don't really know his motivation until the start of the second act, but it's surprisingly pretty funny.
Her heart-shaped bangs. The way she
Bangs?
floats in the breeze. Her immovable teeth.
How would you know?
And yeah, where are we with this song now?
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Well, according to the overplayed song list, we're past the legit goodness of Blame Canada. Having
Blame
quite
Canada,
hit the apocalyptic
Blame
annoyance of Macarena. Just a little
Yeah,
under
not
the
there yet,
flip-flopping
not
between
there
love
yet.
and hate of Let It Go. Just under the I'm annoyed, but I think I like it ironically Rebecca Black's Friday.
You might wanna
And
stop.
we finally reached the just good enough to make us forget about that weird cameo in Mandalorian. Not bad for a song that's not even a minute long.
Really?
Yeah, one of the biggest complaints from a lot of people, which I guess is a good problem to have, is the film could have been a little longer. Every scene I feel like could have benefited from just one more minute of screen time. Like we go into Peaches.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Okay, you're rising up on the list,
yeah,
man.
stop.
Backstory, and it's not even a minute and a half long. She says she just appeared out of a warp pipe and the Toads made her their ruler.
When I was ready, they made me their princess.
Which,
Yeah, and no
even
queens,
stranger that she's
surprising.
called princess. There's nobody above her. I don't think people know what the term means anymore. It just sounds pretty. Regardless,
kidding.
look at this place. Listen to that backstory. We want to enjoy this
Yeah, a little more. Come on.
We waited a long time to see this world on the big screen. Have enough confidence in your film to slow down and let us enjoy it. Not that Luigi needs any help.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Like, there is a lot of explanation that could go into it, you know, delve deeper into the story that we normally don't get. I mean, I'm not sure there's supposed to be canon to it. I mean, could be a different timeline and all that. I mean, hey, the Sonic movie's a different timeline from the, you know, regular Sonic. But, I mean, you could expand a bit, if you get what I mean. Anyway.
Waiting as he's imprisoned with
What the?
henchmen? Yeah, what'd they do? They walk back and forth in the wrong direction or glitch, accidentally giving infinite one-ups. And I know a franchise film is
Probably.
working when I want to know more where a character is from. I never saw this thing before, but
Aluma?
man, do I want to play Super Mario Galaxy because of him.
The only hope is the sweet relief of death.
Yikes!
I love this kid. What kind of things does he say in the game? Okay, I'll just imagine a Majora's Mask backstory or something.
Yeah, they definitely do die, but...
Heroes make it to the Kongs, and need a reminder this is an Illumination movie.
Wait, they actually added this song?
You know, for the random cast we've had in this movie, I'm surprised
Random
the
songs, I
halfway
gotta
point
say.
is when we got our first pointless pop song. I need a hero at least has some connection. This is just a guy wearing a sports coat.
Woo!
Hey look, Mario's wearing red. Like that red guy from Eyes Wide Shut. So?
Don't think about it.
I don't know. It'll make us $1 bazillion anyway.
Probably, depending on
To
how you
their
play it.
leader, Cranky Kong, played by Fred Armisen.
Hey, Cranky.
He's
Okay.
the worst thing in the movie.
You're worthy
Really?
of fighting alongside the greatest army in the world!
Yeah, who would have thought? Out
Eh.
of all these weird choices, Fred
Yeah, he does
Armisen
seem
would
off.
be the worst one. I have no idea what they're trying to do with this voice.
I
got
heard you
nothing.
want my army. Guess you're not getting my army. You're welcome, Mario.
Why couldn't they get someone like Larry David? He would have
That could
worked.
work,
Was there
but-
just not enough crypto offered or something?
Are you two done?
Yeah, honestly, it does feel off. Doesn't really feel like cranky, which he could be older, but I don't know. Larry David actually could definitely hear that. You know, maybe for Mario, I'll give him credit. Who knows? Anyway.
Whispering? It's a little rude. No, that's not it. He's gonna arrive at the Mushroom Kingdom by sundown. All right, tough guy. You want my army so badly? Yeah, I know. Since I want things...
He's awful.
I got him!
And yeah, I know a guy who screeches for a living is giving this dude a hard time about his voice, but as I get older, I can't do that screechy voice anymore. Fred Armisen's a lot older than me. So what's his excuse?
Lucky for you guys, I got a shortcut. But what are you waiting for? Pick your card. In the Great Ring of Kart.
God, it's like Jar Jar Binks getting choked down by singing Russell Crowe. Effort went into this suffering. Goddamn effort.
No kidding.
Agree that if one of them can defeat his son, Prince Donkey Kong. Again, the royal hierarchy is not really a thing in this movie. He'll hand over his army. He's voiced by Seth Rogen. He's not Fred Armisen.
Hi, Dad. Hi. No, Dad, wait back.
Yeah, do you care how he is? All they have to do is play the Donkey Kong rap, and you know you're theirs.
DK, I'm Donkey Kong. I guess you got the wrong mushroom.
Thank you. Yes, any excuse to give him more lines, please do. Kong makes the Arthur fist and starts beating the crap out of Mario, but Mario gets a power-up, turning him into...
a cat.
Meowrio. I don't know. I'm not proud of that one.
Cat Mario. I win.
Yeah! Piss on him to mock my territory. Oh my god, get this suit off!
Yeah, get off!
He was getting to the best part. I'm aroused.
Don't you dare.
The Kongs join their army and they take their carts to Rainbow Road to try to ambush Bowser, who is clearly distracted.
Will you marry me?
Oh, God.
Okay, I love how the Koopa Wizard is angry too. Like he was really getting into that.
Come on.
Don't you know I'm bringing somebody's fanfiction to life?
Oh, they think they can surprise me, huh? Two can play at that game.
Bowser sends his forces to Rainbow Road, and this is hands down the coolest part of the movie.
Whoa! Oh, hi. Whoa!
Again, how many people have played Mario Kart and imagined an action sequence like this on the big screen?
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a ton of energy, color, imagination. It's like Mad Max Sugar.
Oh, gosh. Oh, there we go.
Aha!
Cool.
I activated the anti-gravity converter. Oh, you don't care. Just hear me say wahoo.
Yahoo! Uh-oh.
We're given the Fox News logo during Pride Month as one of the drivers goes Koopa Kazi and blue shells himself into Mario and Donkey Kong. Quick, use the game, Genie!
Anyone got a parachute?
Princess Peach.
Bowser confesses his love to her while also threatening Toad if she doesn't marry him.
No! I'll marry you. Just don't hurt my toads.
And that's the bravest Toad they got. Why are there even guards in this kingdom? I mean, their weapon of
you
choice
gotta
is
wonder about the
frying
toads.
pans half the time. Shouldn't that be their enemy?
Time for a wedding.
Peach agrees to marry him, and oh yeah, there's a brother in this Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, aren't you gonna get out?
Oh, goodbye. We have to deal with Mario and Donkey Kong not getting along, but bonding over their disapproving fathers.
At least you're not gonna die with your dad thinking you're a joke.
And well, my dad thinks I'm a joke, too.
Yeah, this is the one time I don't really mind the movie being that short. Really. Do you want to hear these guys talking about their dads, or do you want them to give you a Smash Brothers opening?
Hey!
Yes, this isn't a game, it's a movie, but it's a movie that knows its audience, and the audience wants it to be like the game. Nobody's expecting father issues, it's the fun of the game in the form of a movie. We need a platform just to get us from point A to point B. Moments like this are those moving platforms just to get you to what you really want to focus on, the colorful action. And when it gets to that, it does it well.
Oh, bro,
I'll
I
save
got
you,
you.
Princess. Oh, Luigi, that's right.
Hey, bro, what's up?
Destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
They have a big battle that probably has one too
Right
many
in the
slow-mo
eye.
shots. Late 2000, Zack Snyder called. He asked if this guy can be
Yeah, I'm
president.
pretty sure like,
And everyone
hey,
gets
stop
warped
doing
back to New York.
Woo! Right in the face. Oh!
Admittedly, this is a little bit of a weird spot to have the climax, and honestly, I kind of forgot how similar some of these beats were to the 93 version. But again, it is a movie, and they want to give these two a way of proving themselves to their family, so it only makes sense to have an environment where their family can watch.
Oh, boy. Nice shield,
I don't
Luigi.
need a mansion to be brave! What? You want a mansion? No, yeah, actually, can I get that?
And sequel time.
Two of them get the star and use their newfound power to defeat Bowser.
Surprised they didn't break a leg there. Shall we?
Funny, I thought taking the shrooms would cause me to see a glow like that.
Nope.
Take out the henchman and Bowser is shrunk down after being fed the blue mushroom.
Let's hear it for the Super Mario Brothers!
Alright, we said it!
Again, do they really need to keep justifying this title? So
Gotta
after
give 'em
they
some.
finally win the respect of their Brooklyn family and all of the city of New York, they, of course, move to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, sure.
You gotta stay there somehow, right?
There's more! That was kinda ruined earlier because we already saw the Yoshis, but whatever.
Guess another Yoshi? No.
Still less scary than a sequel to this being promised.
Yeah, fair.
And that was the
Yours.
Super Mario Brothers movie. Fun in all the ways we want a Mario movie to be fun, and serviceable in all the ways we don't mind it being serviceable. It's rare we get a video
I mean, the
game
voice
movie that
acting can be a
really
little
allows
better,
us to
but
embrace the
definitely has
world
that
we
edge.
enjoyed playing for so many years. And it's even more rare that it's
Some of them
told in
around,
such a
but the
likable
others,
manner.
I
It's
hope you
clear
get a
this
better
isn't a
voice actor.
particularly deep story with deep characters, but it brings to life that world we all used to go to as kids. The world you created when you played with your
Well,
toys
didn't
or
know
drew
about-
colorful
I didn't know
drawings
Donkey
or,
Kong could
yes,
actually
played a
use the
video game.
power-ups.
The simplicity
it, but
feeds into
I'm
the
good.
imagination without being insulting to it. Now, I will admit, when they do a sequel, and it is when, it's not if, that's when the story and characters probably need
Let's
to
just
be
hope they
upped.
expanded a bit, you know?
This is a ton of fun for now, but we do want it to grow and evolve. Not a ton, but still a little bit. There'll no doubt be missteps along the way, just like there were with this movie, but as long as they represent the same excitement
they
and
learn their
joy the
mistakes.
makers clearly had in making this film and translating that to audiences who have the same excitement and joy watching it, many of us will be down for finding the princess in another castle.
Amen. And hey, they did it with the
I'm a
Sonic movie,
nostalgia
why not?
guy, remember it? So you don't have to.
Thanks, Critic.
I guess he got the wrong mushroom.
Boy. Awkward. Oh, there you go, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'll admit, some of the voice acting is a little off, especially with Cranky Kong, but serviceable to be sure. So it begs the question of what they're gonna do with the sequel. Like, expanded things? Bowser probably gonna come back. No, don't know when, but we'll see. Still, yeah, I kinda agree with critics. It's not a matter of if, more when, you know? Let's just hope they learn from the mistakes of this one and hopefully improve on it like they did with with the Sonic movie, you know? I mean, learn from their mistakes. Let's hope Nintendo and Illuminations learn from theirs. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, adios.